Year's Eve weather. New York braces for coldest Times Square ball drop on record. It is expected to be around 11 degrees, -11°C, in Times Square when the clock strikes midnight, with a wind chill of around -4 degrees. Should the forecasts be correct when New York welcomes the new year, it would be the second coldest Times Square ball drop since records began, tying with the temperature recorded in 1962. The coldest New Year's Eve in Times Square came in 1917, when it was 1 degree, -17°C, at midnight. Thousands are still expected to turn out to see the famous New Year's Eve ball drop, and Tim Tompkins, president of the Times Square Alliance which puts on the event, isn't concerned about the weather. He said, "Hundreds of thousands have withstood very cold weather over the years for a once-in-a-lifetime experience, and we expect this year to be no different." City and state health officials have urged people to cover all exposed skin and avoid drinking alcohol, because it causes the body to lose heat faster. There will be additional emergency services personnel on hand to offer medical support, while a National Weather Service meteorologist will be on site with the city's emergency management officials to monitor weather conditions. Mariah Carey is set to perform in Times Square as 2018 rolls around, just a year after she suffered a nightmare on the same stage. A huge technical malfunction led to embarrassment at last year's show, with Carey repeatedly stopping singing during the performance, and shown visibly upset as a pre-recorded track played in the background. A row broke out between her and Dick Clark Productions over who was to blame, with the singer claiming there were technical glitches such as a faulty earpiece, and producers accusing her of not rehearsing properly. Now, after almost 12 months of peace talks, and a contract for more than £3.5 million for just half an hour on camera, Carey, 48, has agreed to revisit the scene of last year's disaster. Numerous New Year's Eve celebrations have had to be cancelled or rescheduled as the cold snap that has gripped the U.S. over the festive period continues to wreak havoc. The annual lobster dip at Old Orchard Beach in Maine has been rescheduled for the first time in 30 years, while those planning to take part in the penguin plunge in Narragansett, Rhode Island, have been warned to use their good judgment before jumping into the water.